What's going on, everybody? I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today I'm happy to be talking to Matt about his 2017 Ram 1500. Matt has the 22 by 10 inch OE Creations. It's the PR192 plus 25 millimeter offset, giving him that flush stance. Wrapped around that wheel is a 285/45 R22 Nitto. It's the NT420V. It's an all-season radial. And then finally, making that nice low stance possible is the Beltec lowering kit. It's a 2.4 kit, 2 inches in the front, 4 inches in the rear. If you could, sir, explain to everybody at home why you went with this particular setup.
Thanks for having me. Long Island, New York, that's where I'm from, and we're in the land of either lifted on 30-35s, level 30-35, usually rim and wheel tire packages are poking, and I've done it. It's hard. I want to do something different. Wanted something reminiscent of the older SRT, and basically we picked out the Beltec lowering and the wheel and tire combo because that kind of seems to fit the right way.
Let's get into the wheels here, because 22 by 10 OE Creations, as the name implies, it's kind of like a factory styled wheel, correct?
100%. They are a replica, if you will. Size-wise, they are very, very close to the stock 20. There's really no difference in diameter. Slightly wider. Really no issues turning, rubbing whatsoever.
Why you kind of stuck with that OE style wheel?
We're surrounded out here by car dealers who love to slam off-road style, setups on everything, and it appealed to me. It was very simple. It didn't really add an over-the-top look to it, but you could tell it definitely classed it up, just enough.
Now, as far as the wheel itself, the OE Creations, the PR192, what's your experience been like with them? They fit good, they finish look good and everything?
Absolutely fantastic. It complements the color of the truck dramatically.
So the 22 by 10, it's a bigger wheel, and with the plus 25 millimeter offset, again, you got that flush stance, so it's not poking like you said earlier, but it's also not really sunken into the wheel well like a stock wheel. Is that something you were really trying to nail with that offset and width?
100%. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I didn't want to do anything other than keep it as simple and straight to the body line as possible, and this combo nailed it perfectly.
Let's get into the tires. Nitto, the NT420s. It's a great tire. No Nittos, especially that one in particular, is great for like a street truck build. You went with the 285/45 R22. What was it about this tire that drew you to it?
Once we got the truck down on the suspension and got the wheel in place, it just seemed like the right fit. The tread was perfect. Rides really well. I mean, the tire is fantastic. It's not a snow tire, so when we get some funky weather up here, the truck definitely, you got to know how to drive, there's no doubt, but it's a fantastic tire. It's very simple, clean sidewall. And again, that tread is fantastic.
Why'd you end up switching it out to the 285/45?
I was riding around on balloons. I'm not a big fan of the sidewall. I mean, from the factory, the matte black 20 was cute, but it was entirely too much tire. Once we set it down, it looked okay, but it was way too much. I needed more wheel, less tire. There was no doubt about it.
Talk to me about your experience with the Nitto on the road. Quiet, smooth, all that good stuff. What do you think?
I mean, they don't make a noise. They ride fantastically in the rain. Dry pavement, forget it. They're fantastic. They stick to the ground. And when it comes to the snow and the ice, it's not the proper tire, but I have no issues. In four-wheel drive, the truck goes wherever I put it.
Talk to me about your experience with the 2.4 kit on your Ram.
It is the 2.4, but when you open up the box and start digging into the meat and potatoes end of this, so they give you spaces that you can use to bring it to the height that you desire. We omitted it, which then brought the front end of the truck down to that 3-inch height. Truck rides 3/4, perfect. No issues turning. Absolutely love it. I'd like to bring the back down a little bit now, but it's still, you could tell. You put it next to a stock truck and it's low,
As far as ride quality with the Beltec kit, what's your experience been like?
I mean, when you talk about sticking to the on-ramps and the exit ramp, I've had to make a couple of evasive maneuvers. We're in New York. There's a lot of bonehead drivers out here. The truck absolutely moves when you turn the steering wheel. The responsiveness between the wheel and tire combo and now the height of the truck, fantastic. Out back in the rear, I definitely would recommend throwing in a helper bag. We went with the Airlift HD 1000s, I believe they were. Not only does it stabilize the rear of the truck when I'm towing or if I'm throwing weight in the bed, absolutely, the truck is rock solid.
Now, did you have or do you have any rubbing issues with being that low?
There's no rubbing on the front end. There's no rubbing in the rear. Even when I have payload in the back, I've put, 1,000, 1,500 pounds back there. I air up 10, 15 PSI on the bag. Not a single problem.
Now, did you have to modify anything at all? Like, did you have to do any cutting to get the kit on or fit those tires?
It went right. Everything bolted in as it should.
Compared to stock, how does it look?
Fantastic. I would never go back to stock ever again. You couldn't pay me.
Is there anything you would have done differently maybe from the start, Matt?
No. I mean, you guys get me through the process of identifying what parts I wanted once I was ready to move. Easy. I mean, you guys make it too easy. I had everything in days. There was no issues whatsoever.
Any plans to change up the setup in the future at all?
I'd really like to throw some horsepower into this. There are a few more suspension pieces and a couple sway bars. I would like to bring the back down a little bit, but it's going to be kind of, cranking pieces together. But definitely horsepower. Well, I'd like to throw 100 or so horsepower in it.
Guys, again, that was Matt with this 2017 Ram 1500. One more time on the setup. It's a 22x10 OE Creation PR 192. Offsets plus 25, giving them that nice flush stance. 285 45 R22 on the Nittos, and then making it all possible. That nice low sleek stance is the Beltec. Lowering kit was a 2.4, but now a 3.4. So there you go, guys. Thanks again, Matt. And guys, thanks for watching. Remember, for all things truck, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.